Hey guys, John V here from PhoneArena. You're watching our video review of the ViewSonic ViewPad 7e. It's available right now. It's an affordable Android 2.3 gingerbread tablet, and it's priced at $200 for a Wi-Fi only version. There's no hiding the fact that the ViewSonic ViewPad 7e has just a terrible looking design. Reminds us of a digital picture frame at first. It's also constructed of some cheap materials, mostly plastic. You have this white finish with a black trim. Unfortunately, it does retain a lot of smudges. It easily scratches too. At the same time, it's very wide for a 7-inch tablet, or 5 inches, over half an inch thick, and there's a lot of weight with this guy, so it's far from being the most comfortable thing to hold with one hand. Even worse, the tablet features a 7-inch WVGA resistive touchscreen. You heard that right, it's a resistive touchscreen, not a capacitive one, so it requires pressure to actually register. 480 by 800 pixels, which is definitely below average, especially for this size tablet. Very pixelated, and fine text is almost hard to see. On top of that, it sports one of the worst viewing angles on any tablet we've seen. It easily washes out, and it's pretty much useless in outdoor conditions. Around the sides of the tablet, you have a microSD card slot there for additional storage. You have the 3.5mm headset jack, physical Android buttons. You have the volume rocker, dedicated power button, a front-facing VGA camera. You have also a mini USB port, the proprietary charging port, micro HDMI out port, and in the back you have just a 3-megapixel camera with the notches here for the speakers. So the ViewSonic ViewPad 7e is powered by a 1 GHz processor with 512 megabytes of RAM. It's decent, it's not the fastest out there. Stock Android 2.3 gingerbread experience. You can tell that by the app panel here and also the layout of the home screen. There's also a customized interface. You press the button right here in the bottom left, you get into the ViewSonic ViewScene 3D interface, which definitely has a nice 3D approach. You can tell it's very smooth, its operation. But for most things like web browsing, you definitely notice it's slow paced. It's rather choppy with its overall usability. I'll quickly show you that here if we can load up. Here it is. It has flash support, which is nice, but you can tell with the operation, very slow and sluggish, so it's a little bit tedious with that. On top of that, it's not a with Google device, so you're missing out on things like a Gmail application, a YouTube one, and even the Android market for additional applications. Luckily though, it features the Amazon App Store, so at least you have some support with that. You can pretty much forget about taking photos with the ViewSonic ViewPad 7e's 3-megapixel camera just because its quality is quite abysmal, to tell you the truth. Specifically, it just looks extremely muddy, fine details are pretty much non-existent, and most of the time, it comes out fuzzy looking. Well, there's nothing to like about its video capture either. It has a maximum resolution of 1024 by 768, and it suffers from the same problems found with still image capture, which is that it lacks any fine details, very muddy looking overall appearance, and on top of it, it has some bugs where you notice it just kind of messing up at times, and its exposure is rather too sensitive, and overall it's just ugly looking. Being a Wi-Fi only tablet, we're rather disappointed with the ViewSonic ViewPad 7e's battery life. It's packing a 3300 milliamp hour battery, and we're just barely able to get by 8 hours of normal usage. So this is something you're going to probably constantly charge. So here's the thing, the ViewSonic ViewPad 7e is $200 for the 4GB Wi-Fi only version, which is definitely nice, very affordable, but you definitely tell that this is a very inferior product compared to what's out there. Yeah, it's nice that it offers things like a front-facing camera, so you can do video chat, a microSD card slot for added storage, a micro HDMI out for video out, and you have a camera taking photos and videos, but there's nothing to like about its construction, its battery life, its overall performance, and its resistive touchscreen. Definitely inferior versus what's out there. So if you'd like to learn more about the ViewSonic ViewPad 7e, you can check it out on our website, PhoneArena.com. This is John V. Thanks for watching, guys.